Hi, I'm Dr. Shirlene Reeves, and I just want to talk to you briefly about the earthly challenges that we experience day in and day out. And some of them, have you noticed, are so much more difficult than others. It could come about emotionally with family, friends, or loss. It could come about physically with maybe a debilitating illness, but no matter how it comes, it tends to linger without you even knowing it. We think that we're over it and we go, yay, it's finally done. I'm finished. And now I'm going to be okay. But in the back of our minds, it lingers on for the rest of our lives without us even knowing. In fact, it tends to run the decisions that we make in our lives unconsciously. What's really interesting, though, is that we feel like we know everything, when in reality, because of social media, we know a little bit about a lot of things, but we never really know a lot so that we can specialize. And we walk around trying to hold all this in our head and make it work for our lives so that we don't make mistakes. So many clients come to me distressed. They can't sleep at night. They may not have been sleeping for 2 months at a time. Can you imagine? And how can you even think straight when you haven't been sleeping for 2 months? Excuse me. They've done a great job in their life with intellect, but they have no idea how to control their emotions because their emotions have been built up over time with all different life experiences. And what happens is these life experiences start running them in the background, and they don't even know it. They can't figure out where it came from. And let me give you a really good example. I just had a client the other day that I did a treatment for. I call it a life transformation treatment. And she couldn't stop working. She kept working and working and working, and she couldn't sit still for a minute without thinking about what to do for work the next day. Or she'd get up and run into her computer because she thought of something else that she had to do for work. But she had no idea why she had this pattern. She was just totally compulsive about it. So when she came to me, I did her free consultation, and I could immediately see back into her childhood that her father was pretty much absent when it came to love for her. And she wanted so very much to be noticed and be loved, but he just wasn't interested. And he was great at criticizing her. Even when it came to taking her driver's test, she got asked a question and she answered it improperly. And it was only one that she missed. And her father chastised her for hours afterwards for missing that one question. No wonder she was an overachiever. And she became a people pleaser too as a result, because she felt like people wouldn't care about her unless she did whatever they wanted her to do in the very best way possible. When people are prepared and they know who they are and they're standing on their own 2 feet and they've got a sense of what it is that they need to do in the world, they are strong and they move forward as a leader. But when they're frustrated with these challenges that run in the back of their minds, they crumble under the frustration and have so much difficulty moving forward. This is when they make those golden, expensive mistakes. And it happens so often. And they might even have a life story and lesson that repeats over and over and over again. It's just different people in different situations. And it causes them to feel heavier and heavier and heavier. Have you ever felt that way? Well, what I'm talking to you about now is what I'm writing about in this article. Take a moment to read it, and I'd love it if you would comment just down below in the comments and tell me what your thoughts are about you. Do you feel this frustration? Have you had this running in the background? What is the story that you tell so frequently? Because that is your life story. And if you keep telling it over and over and over again, you are going to replay it again and again into your future. See you in the next article. And again, please do make a comment, at least like the article. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want, connect with me and we can meet on Zoom and have a chat. I would love that. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.